We should be able to identify our high-density roads and then put in place a tolling policy with a fee that is charged that is commensurate, Mr. Speaker, to the saving that the motorist will get.
Murkomen akijaribu kuleta watu zakayo kwa barabara za Nairobi, kitu yoyote ataweka pale ati ya kuchukua ushuru, sisi tutaiondoa.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the backstory. If you are new here, kindly hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified when we post a new video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Kenya Kwanza administration is facing another political backlash. Now, this is after Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen made a proposal to install toll stations on major roads across the country so as to raise funds for development of roads. Murkomen was quoted 2 days ago when he attended a function for the implementation of the Kenya National Highway Authority, that is KENYA. They were launching their strategic plan for 2023 to 2027. And when Murkomen was given time to speak, he talked of the proposal to raise 700 billion out of this plan for the implementation of that strategic plan. Now, the question that Kenyans are now asking is, why should they toll roads that have been built by taxpayers' money? And then, secondly, is that why should they toll the stations when there is a levy which Kenyans are paying for under the road maintenance levy?
We should be able to identify our high-density roads and then put in place a tolling policy with a fee that is charged that is commensurate, Mr. Speaker, to the saving that the motorist will get. Now, if you say the road from Mombasa to Nairobi to Malaba, I propose that we dual the road, we attract investors, and of first priority should be local investors. Local investors means our pension fund, our banks, Mr. Speaker, and our, Mr. Speaker, Kenyans who want to invest of whatever nature, including it to reach a stage where perhaps the Kenya National Highway is listed in the stock exchange so that every Kenyan has a share of that investment that has been put on the road. We are telling you, calculate the time that we are saving for you, calculate the resources that you are going to spend on fuel. Let us dual the road. Let's toll it. Instead of paying 500, which you are wasting on the fuel, we will save for you, you pay about 200 shillings. Then the others are saving. So the message I should go to Kenyans is that tolling, dualing and tolling roads is not an extra charge. It's a saving. For as long as for every road that is tolled, the person in charge of the road must guarantee that the movement of persons shall be within a given period of time.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Cabinet Secretary, the Transport Cabinet Secretary, Murkomen, talking to parliamentarians then when he was being interviewed. And I would want to ask you, what do you think? Should Kenyans' road be tolled? Should they introduce toll stations within major roads in the country? Now, one thing that Kenyans are asking is that why should they introduce toll stations when there is a road maintenance levy that Kenyans are paying for when buying petrol or fuel? And that levy costs 18 shillings right now per litre. And there is a proposal in Parliament through the same ministry to increase that levy to 23 shillings, which means they're going to add an extra 5 shillings to that. What is the net effect of that? The net effect of that is that the price of fuel is going to increase. Currently, Kenyans are complaining of the high cost of living because of the high cost of fuel. High cost of fuel, net effect is high prices of commodities with the same amount of money that Kenyans are getting. So it means the burden is going to be heavier on Kenyans. Then the second question that Murkomen need to tell Kenyans or needs to answer is that why put toll stations in roads that were built by Kenyans' taxes? Kenyans have paid taxes, and this money has been used to do some of the roads that were proposed by Murkomen. And even if it was done even if these roads were done using loans that were taken from our development partners, some of this money have been, take for example, Thika Road. I believe that the money that was used to do Thika Road has been repaid because it was done during Kibaki's era. So why should you toll Thika Road? Why should you toll the Namanga Road? Does it make any sense? However much is saying that they want to get money for maintenance of that road. Where will the road maintenance levy go to? And that is the question that Sifuna was asking.
Huyu baba alipoingia katika serikali pamoja na Kibaki mwaka wa 2002 alitumia ushuru wetu akajenga barabara na hakulipisha hizo barabara wananchi kutumia. Leo hii Ruto ameweka ushuru kwa kila kitu. Sasa anasema anaenda kuweka ushuru kwa barabara ambazo zilijengwa na baba Raila Odinga. Barabara hii kuu ya kutoka Mombasa kwenda Malaba baba, mlipoingia kweli kulikuwa na toll stations pale kama Gilgil na Ivasha. Baba alikuja akatengeneza hiyo barabara na akatoa toll station, hakuna kulipa. Ruto anasema anaenda kurudisha toll station. Barabara ya kutoka pale junction ya Mombasa Road ukienda all the way mpaka border ya Kenya ya Tanzania, baba nyinyi wenyewe mlijenga hiyo barabara. Murkomen anasema anataka kuweka ushuru pale. Kama katibu mkuu wa chama, kama senator wa Nairobi, mimi nasema Murkomen akijaribu kuleta watu zakayo kwa barabara za Nairobi, kitu yoyote ataweka pale ati ya kuchukua ushuru, sisi tutaiondoa, kwa sababu hizo barabara ni za wananchi wa Kenya, zilijengwa na ushuru wetu. Kama mmekosa kazi ya kufanya, jengeni barabara yenu mpya, muweke ushuru kwa hiyo barabara mpya. Asante.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is Sifuna talking about it, and I think he's raising key issues that Murkomen needs to answer. Because one, why should you continue overburdening Kenyans? I think the Kenya Kwanza administration thinks that Kenyans are making a lot of money. Kenyans are living in comfort. And if you look at the segmentation of our society, those who are living in poverty outnumber those who are living in that comfort. So Murkomen should look at the way Kenyans are struggling. If you add an extra 5 shillings, and then still the same guys who are buying fuel are still going to be told to use those roads, which means so many Kenyans will not be able to use those roads. And this, the net effect still will be that the consumption of fuel by Kenyans will still go down. Now, if you look at the data which was released by the National Oil, it was showing that the consumption of petroleum products, that is fuel and that is petrol and paraffin, has gone down significantly. So whatever Murkomen is proposing here is counterproductive. It's either they increase the fuel levy and not stall some of the roads that they're proposing to stall, or they go with stalling, that is introducing those levies, but reduce the price of fuel, so that it's a give and take, whereby Kenyans can have some relief in their pockets. Right now, Kenyans are really suffering. So this obsession by the Kenya Kwanza administration to levy taxes on Kenyans to squeeze the little that Kenyans are getting is becoming too much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, all these proposals by the Kenya Kwanza administration are counterproductive. Instead of collecting more revenue, they're collecting less. They should look at ways of stimulating the economy so that Kenyans can be robust in doing businesses. And while doing businesses, people will make profits. Corporate institutions like let's say manufacturing companies will make profits, they generate revenue, and then Kenya will generate revenue through taxes. Many business, that is what Kibaki did. And I think Kenya Kwanza administration need to get advisors who will tell them on how to handle or how to stimulate the economy so that the economy can be robust. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us today. If you have any feedback for us, you can comment on the video down below so that we can take up this conversation online. If you're new here, kindly hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified when we post a new video. Until next time, bye-bye.